Welcome to Jag Podcast. It's March 5th, Friday. Thank God it's Friday. It's been a long week. Contracts. Finance, finance. Invoices. It's just non-stop at work. But we're not here for that. Thank God. It's way past work. So here's the deal. Before I divulge into what transpired today in the NBA, let's take a look. You're going to realize why, because there's no NBA games on right now. We got the Bruins and Capitals highlights. Capitals got creamed 5-1. In terms of the Bruins beat them pretty bad, and a lot of fights in that game. We'll go over that one later on in the podcast. What I want to talk about, another thing is the Tampa Bay Lightning. I know they're pretty hot right now. They're in they're in a tie with the Chicago Blackhawks. So look for them to actually push forward because they don't want to slide in the standings. And if they do, I think Florida or I believe it's Carolina could surpass them in the standings. So take a look at that. The Lightning and Blackhawks in a tie on that one. It is the third period. Now what we have is the NBA. Now the NBA is full of buyouts and whatnot. The trade deadline is March 25th, and the first person to agree to a buyout is six-time All-Star Blake Griffin. If you saw my blog last night, and if you didn't, check it out, jagbanga.com. I said Blake Griffin, the six-time All-Star, is about to expect to do a buyout. But this morning, Shams tweeted out saying that he is close to signing with the Nets. So not only do the Nets have Kevin Durant, they got Kyrie Irving, and they have James Harden. Now they got Blake Griffin, and who's gonna team up with his buddy DeAndre Jordan. And now you have, I believe it's 5 previous All-Stars all on one team. So that's a pretty big team, a super team. And I don't know any team in the NBA that can compete with that. You already have 3 hot shooters. Now you're adding a former 6-time All-Star to that roster for veteran minimum. Plus you have links to Andre Drummond. You have links to PJ Tucker. And you got 2 more open roster spots. So it's Nets are favorite. If you don't think they're favorites now, then you don't know basketball, because they are complete favorites in the NBA to win the championship. And I I got my own personal feelings on that. If he wanted to commit to competition, then he wouldn't have gotten James Harden to come over, forced a trade to from Houston to Brooklyn, and he wouldn't have talked Blake Griffin into agreeing to a buyout and come signing with the Nets. So I heard of stacking the deck, but this is unbelievably stacking the deck for the Brooklyn Nets. This is just beyond stacking the deck. I know LeBron James did it back in 2010 to 2014 with the Miami Heat, and he totally just stacked the deck with Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. Then he ended up getting Ray Allen. So that was a stacked deck. I get that too, and I'm not condoning the fact that LeBron did that and that was bad. But if you compare it with the stuff that Kobe did and Jordan did and Shaq did, they didn't do any of that kind of crap. I got my own way of thinking. This era is just so damn soft. because all they do is team up with one another, and they actually basically get all the all stars, all the best teams, so they can win the championship. And they say, "Hey, I got a ring." So I don't know. I'm old school. I know I'm old, but I'm old school mentality saying if you want to compete, you got to compete. You don't just keep stacking the deck every single time. But that's just me. Jagmang Podcast, March 5th, 2021. I almost forgot the year. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's a long week. It's a very long week. I need a break. So see you guys all Monday. And when I mean Monday, in this year, 2021. So yeah. Okay. See you guys later.